Hi guys, my name is Esther and you're watching Naturally Beautiful. No, that's not allowed. Do it again and you're gonna have to go somewhere else. Okay. And today I'm going to be showing you guys probably the most risky looking recipe I've done yet for your skin. It's called Queen of Hungary's Water and the main ingredient is vinegar. First of all, I'd like to remind you guys, of course, to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel because it would be really great if I had that support. And don't forget to turn on notifications while you're at it. Okay, most of you probably haven't even thought of ever putting vinegar anywhere near your skin, let alone straight on your face. But in the olden days, that's exactly what ladies would do. This particular recipe, called Queen of Hungary's Water, I don't really know why, I guess it's because the Queen of Hungary was the first one to invent it, has been passed down from generation to generation and has always been used as a healthy beauty booster to restore your skin's pH levels, make your skin springy, soft, and give you a youthful glow. Though nowadays modern women obviously shy away from putting vinegar directly on their skin, this is a herb-infused apple cider vinegar that's been watered down a lot. Now obviously the biggest thing you'd worry about putting vinegar on your skin is the sting and the smell. Okay, I've been using this for months and I can assure you, unless you have cuts or pimples, acne on your face, it doesn't sting. So don't do it if you have bad pimples. And since it's very watered down, it will not sting you. And as for the smell, when it's watered down vinegar and you just dab it lightly on your skin, you'll be surprised at how quickly the smell just dissipates. I do put it in a spray bottle, but I do not spray it on me because if it gets on my clothes, the smell doesn't go. It's best to keep it in a spray bottle or just a regular bottle, put it on a cloth, and that's how you'd apply it. So you're probably still feeling a bit scared about applying vinegar directly to your skin. Don't worry. If you have sensitive skin, water it down more and always patch test before you use it. But I think the greatest thing about this recipe is that Victorian cold cream and deep intensive moisturizing cream. Together with this, I use these three things every single day. And apart from washing my face, that's my daily facial care routine. So if you're ready to take a risk and try something new on your skin, let's get into it. So to make this rather unusual and rather scary looking, but very good for your skin product, you are going to need apple cider vinegar. Now I get my apple cider vinegar straight from the supermarket in the health food section. The best apple cider vinegar you can get is organic, raw and unfiltered. It doesn't have to be from this particular brand, it's just that this is also unpasteurized. So just make sure it has the words raw, unfiltered and unpasteurized on it. It doesn't really have to have the mother like this one does, but if it's like kind of thick and cloudy, it means it's very, very good. And if you make it yourself, even better. I will give you a fair warning though, especially if it comes from this brand, apple cider vinegar can be expensive, so long as it's raw and unfiltered, it'll be good for you. Next, this is optional as it always is, St. John's wort. It's technically a weed, as I've said before in my previous video. We have it growing wild down the back of our property, but it's still very good and it's been used for centuries for healing and treatments and stuff like that. I just put it in everything I have now because it's just so good for you in so many different ways. I said so 3 times in one sentence and it actually made sense. So if you have this, or if you want to get it, you want to grow some yourself, you can buy seeds off the internet and then dry it and then use it, but apart from that, it's optional, but I still like to use it. Now, for another of the herbs we're going to be putting in, I'm going to tell you a little trick. So if you go to the tea aisle in your local supermarket and read the ingredients of a couple of the teas there, you'll realize that quite a lot of them have herbs that I would use in my videos. Now, one of my favorite herbs of all time is chamomile. We buy a lot of chamomile tea, we drink a lot of chamomile tea, so I'll just nick a few tea bags every now and then and use them for beauty purposes. I mean, it works for all different kinds of tea. If you're wondering where to get such and such a particular herb, I tell you, just go to the supermarket and read a couple of the backs of the tea packets because they might just have the things in there you're looking for. But I'll give you a fair warning, don't use anything directly on your skin that has cinnamon bark in it. It can make you feel like you're being repeatedly stung by wasps. And that's a story from someone who had real life experience, so I'd advise you definitely not to try it. But anyway, if you can't find chamomile, which I'm growing some chamomile now, but I don't really have it in the flower yet, this stuff is exactly the same and it's cheaper than buying it because everybody thinks it's just tea. Okay, normally you'd be soaking a bunch of other herbs in there, but since it's like winter and we don't have many herbs growing, I'm going to show you another little trick. These are 3 other herbs that I always soak in their essential oil form: lavender, peppermint, and rose geranium. All three are really good. Lavender is just good all around and it smells awesome. Peppermint really gives you that sponginess. It really tightens up your skin. It's like an anti-wrinkle thing. And rose geranium just gives you a nice glow. As I said before, normally I would have these in the plant form, but I'm going to show you how to incorporate these into an oil. And that, apart from water and a jar, is all you're going to be needing. So let's get cracking with making it. I think by far the best thing about this facial vinegar toner is how quick it is to make. All you need to do is grab the jar. For the quantities I'm giving you, you're going to need 1.5 cups of vinegar. Put it in the jar. Don't worry about how little there is, because we're going to add 3 times the amount of water. Grab one of the chamomile tea bags. You're going to need 2 for this recipe. Lay them out flat on a surface, and onto each one drop 2 drops of rose geranium, 4 drops of peppermint, and 4 drops of lavender on each tea bag. Now grab a small bunch of citron's-wort, about this large, and dunk it straight in, making sure the flowers are pretty much fully submerged. Now dunk in the 2 tea bags. Put the lid on, leaving the tea bag ends just hanging out. Leave it on a shelf in a cool, dry place, as they normally say on packages, for 2 weeks. After that 2 weeks is done, take it out. Strain it out into a bigger container, because you're going to need to with all the water we're adding. Now add 4.5 cups of water. And ta-da! That is literally all you need to do. And that is the Queen of Hungary's water. You may still feel a bit apprehensive about putting vinegar directly on your face, but don't worry, it is watered down and it is perfectly okay for you to use. So once you have these 3 things, you should be set to go for your everyday facial skincare routine. Hope I didn't break it. Just all you need is a cloth. Just spray it on the cloth or pour it on the cloth, depending what you're using, and just dab it lightly all over your face. Even some on your neck is just fine. Don't use it straight after you've done a facial scrub, because that's straight after you've rubbed off the skin cells and they need a bit of time to grow back. And trust me, this has so many good benefits. I could not talk about them all, but mostly it just makes you look young and bright. And the smell of vinegar is hardly noticeable, especially if you put a face cream straight on top of it. So I advise you guys, just please try it, because you are not going to regret it. But anyway, that's all for this video. I hope you guys had a great time learning how to make Queen of Hungary's water with me. And stay tuned, because I'm going to be releasing another hairstyling video. My apologies that the last one came out a bit late. I've been running a bit behind. Hard to get out of the relaxed mode the school holidays brings you into. Hope you go back and watch a couple of my other videos trying out these 2 creams as well. Have a great week, everyone. See you all later. Bye!